Welcome to the Car Sim and Race Driver Show, presented by Hugh Hattrick. Here at Bathurst in the Forest, my very special guest, Peter Golly, Rascal, Rabbit, Josh Martin. It's great to have you back on the show. Drive fast and try not to crash. Hello everyone and welcome to the Car Sim and Race Driver Show. And tonight we have a very, very special guest. In fact, I would say this guest has been the most requested guest for many a month. And ever since we found out that Scottie was going to come on the show, we've had requests for his good other half, Jessika, to come on the show. So tonight we have Jessika for you. Good evening, Jessika. It's great to see you.
Good evening, Hugh. I'm honoured to be on your show. I'm your biggest fan.
That's very kind. You've had a waffle party on my behalf here as you've been building up to the show.
We've turned down a waffle party with Hugh.
You know. Now, to start with, I always start with one basic question to get for everyone, regardless of where they come from and what kind of sim racer they might be. But how did your gaming, kind of your interest in gaming, how did it begin?
Well, to be honest with you, Stephen actually bought SnowRunner at the start of the first lockdown, and I seen him playing it, and he says, "I think you might like it." And he gave me a wee go, and I was addicted straight away. So I ended up, I went and bought myself a PlayStation just to play SnowRunner. And then I played it for about 6 months. And then I found Red Dead and a few other games that I play. So I'd never played a console in my life before. I'm really only learning still how to play a PlayStation.
Yeah.
Or any games really. So it was out of boredom of the pandemic happening. You weren't able to get out, do things that you weren't normally able to do. So yeah, it occupied me.
Oh, fantastic. And so now that you've played SnowRunner, I know that you do a little bit of GT Sport as well. How do you find that?
GT Sport? I really don't think it's my kind of game because I'm not a competitive person. So I don't think it will be getting any better at that unless I'm driving around backwards. But I do enjoy making the liveries.
Yeah, because you've done quite a few deliveries, haven't you? Deliveries for people. Yeah,
well, I'm only learning how to do that as well, but I enjoy doing that. You know, I could sit for hours, sitting creating something that's like sitting drawing or doing a bit of art at home. Do you know what I mean? Only you're doing it on the PlayStation. So I'm enjoying that part of it.
Because it's, to me, I don't know where you'd even start. I've tried to do liveries, but they always look so basic. I'm not very good at all these things. And one of the guys in the community made me a KFC livery, and it looks fantastic. And I don't know how he manages to paste the car to make it look like a proper kind of sponsored vehicle, you know, because I barely get one name right across the bit that I want. And it looks incredibly complicated how they manage it. But that's the thing. Now, we were talking earlier just about, I thought you had been driving because I saw your name on the PSN, and you had beaten my time on one of the Lewis Hamilton time trials. But I believe that somebody else may have been setting that time for you.
That was Mr. Jesse. And he only did that so I could get some money to buy the vehicles that I wanted. Yes. So, yeah. And he was able to do that. He got me like 30 million in about 40 minutes. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's pretty good going.
Unfortunately, that wasn't me.
Now, I will quickly go to some of the questions and comments from the chat. And we've got a good few in the chat already. So get prepared. For here they come. Now, the first one, which I saw here from Andrew Marr, he says, "How many fluorescent slugs did you kill to make that dartboard? Because it looks like it's glowing green here in the background."
The dartboard? It's, there was no slugs damaged or hurt in the process of making the dartboard. It's LED lights inside the tire.
Ah, so there's a straightforward reason for it. That and Jerry NCF1 has asked, who is the best cowboy or cowgirl?
Well, Jerry, I'm sorry, I'm afraid to say it has to be me. Did I not go to bed better than you last night? With the most kills?
And Andrew Marr has said, has Red Dead got any driving in it? That shows you that he's obviously not played the game.
Yes, there's carts that you can drive in it.
Oh yeah, there was. Was there horse and carts, I suppose? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
It would have been interesting if they had introduced early cars. That would have been quite fun. But I suppose they weren't quite around at that point.
No, that was not before then.
Now that's the thing. What is your favourite thing on Red Dead Redemption? Because that's the game you play a lot. What's kind of your favourite thing to do on that?
Probably making the moonshine.
All right.
Drinking it, having a party in the pub, and then delivering it. I think I drink more than I deliver. So yeah, I've got all of it's great because I play it online. You're able to play it with your friends. So again, it's just company and a wee bit of a laugh. And we do it every Friday night now. So I've got Stephen involved in that. So I don't think his Gran Turismo friends are happy about that there because it's taking him away from his own game. But he's starting to enjoy it with me.
Now, I have to say, when we last interviewed Scottie, we didn't see this amazing rig that he's built there, or that you've got there, which is like a proper cutout of a car, and that he climbs into. I think that's absolutely brilliant. How long have you had that?
Oh, it has a door.
Yes,
there's a door there.
You're doing
he
a
won't
good.
climb into anything.
I was going to say, it looks like the British Motor Show all over again, Scottie. You're there with your hand over the door and that.
Chitty chitty bang bang.
It's fantastic, and then obviously you've got your setup all sorted with your big screen and things like that, which is great. Would there, in terms of Gran Turismo or games like, or kind of driving games, would there one that you would particularly like to have or to do spend more time with?
There was a rally game. I'm not actually sure. I can't remember what it was because all the games actually belong to Stephen. So I just picked one day, and I actually enjoyed doing the rally. I can't remember the name of it here. But yeah, the rallying I would enjoy better. Sure, when Stephen does his dirty Zamba buses, I like that. Yeah. I'm no good at it. I'm not saying I'm good at it, but it's funny. I play it for the fun. That's it. You know, that's the only reason I'm there, just for the banter.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's right. When Podium uses that, doesn't it? He does his live stream, and he's got the Battle of the Beatles and the Bugs and things, and he does that Samba bus. Yeah, that's always a good one to play.
That's similar, yeah.
Yeah, although they are fun, especially when you take them off road. That now, Adam has got a great question. He says, "What sort of livery designs are you most proud of?"
Most proud of? I've only done a few at the minute. Like I've only done about maybe 10 of them. And as again, I enjoy doing the rally cars, but there is, I like my favorite one would be Jack Balding's wee Scirocco. So yeah, that would be my favorite out of all of them that I've done so far.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. And I was going to say, do you have any? There's a lot of people watching today who may just be quite new in getting into kind of driving games and things like that. What would you say from what you've learned in the brief time that you've been playing these games? Is there any kind of tips that you would have for them?
Have patience with it.
Yeah.
And keep trying. If you want to play it, then keep on trying. Like I don't have a big want to play the game at the minute. Yeah. But if it was a wee bit more competitive, then I would just keep at it and keep trying. So yeah. Don't give up.
Yeah, no, that's the thing, isn't it? Because I know that Scottie, when he was watching my stream a little while ago, he was saying I was breaking far too late and that's why I was slow out of the corner, because I was carrying far too much speed, and I got to be slow in and quick out. And of course, Scottie does some really good times right up there at the top, which is pretty good. But so there's lots of things we can all learn from doing all that. In fact, Scottie, would you like to come and join us there as well? Because I'm sure there'll be more questions coming in that will involve you. You can come alongside.
Hugh, I wish he would give me more tips. You'd think because he's in the same room with me, he would give me the tips that he's given you there.
Okay, well, this is your chance then, Scottie. What would you say tips for Jessika on how to get faster? What would be your top 5?
Stay happy and don't rage and shout and get mad.
Oh, well, that's true, because I do, when he used to try and teach me, but I get frustrated with him because of the way he was trying to teach me. So it always ended up in a bit of an argument. So
I don't mean an argument with me. I just mean you race me with other people.
No, well, I don't argue with other people. It's more you.
You just need to play it. If you have fun.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm just not a competitive person.
She'll be a Samba Bus winner of the future, I think, for sure.
Yeah, enjoy them. We'll keep doing those. So you never know. I might beat Scottie this time next year.
Yeah, and
maybe.
Aside from the Samba buses, what cars do you like? What are your favourite cars to race in GT Sport?
The Beetle.
The Beetle.
The Beetle, yeah. I haven't played it enough or used a lot of the cars out on track. Like I'm only making the liveries and stuff like that for them. So yeah, it will be the newer Beetle and the Samba bus that I would play with most.
Yeah, yeah.
Or I would take the rally cars out. But
now that she's getting on YouTube and stuff, and she'll maybe have a go on the sim rig. And if she gets it in her head that she enjoys driving, I can imagine us having a side-by-side cockpit at some point in the future.
Yeah.
There's room for 2. There's room for 2 in there. Move the sofa and you can get another one built in. And
that's what he's talking about. I don't think I don't have that much of an interest in the game to build myself a sim rig beside him yet.
I like it that much too, but
that you want 2. That's it. So you can choose which one you want to play in every day. Now we've got a great question here from Rascal Rabbit. Now he's saying for question regarding Scottie, but for you to answer it, Jessika, who do you think will be faster in the upcoming touring car series that we're doing? Do you think it will be Scottie or Rascal Rabbit?
Naylor. Jack Walding.
And Jack is very, very fast for sure, isn't he?
You know your stuff.
What?
You know your stuff. Jack will be the fastest.
Yeah, Jack hands down. But
yeah, we're all going to have.
To answer Rascal's question, between him and Scottie, I'm going to say Scottie.
I've never seen Rascal, and you're all just about to see just how slow I am. You've only noticed me lately, and there's been all daily races that are my favourite combinations. I will have you a very good race. I'm a mid-A kind of speed guy. You're about to all see that in your championship race, I think.
It'll be quite good though, because we're going to have the weights added, aren't we? So depending on how people do, they'll have to carry a bit of ballast. So that should even things out quite a bit as the races go on. So then there'll be a good chance to hopefully make up some places and have a good battle. And I mean, whenever I watch you guys on your stream, you're always doing very, very good times, just fractions off the top times. So you've got Jessika, you've got a very good person to learn from there. Because you can see how Scottie drives and then say, right, I'm going to beat him.
Well, I think we need to have more patience with each other before he teaches me anything, to be honest. But yeah, I'll keep doing it for fun. And if I pick it up, then pick it up.
So what's been your funniest moment when you've been watching Scottie do his stuff? What's been your most kind of crazy moment when he's been playing and you've ended up coming in and watching it or saying something? What's been the best kind of interference that you can do, either to distract him or to compliment him on his driving?
Not to distract me. Don't answer that one.
Oh no, yeah. Well, I wouldn't really distract them because I want them to concentrate and I want them to be good at it. But the funny side of that game would be the Zambas, and he's always played the Zambas for the last 2 years. I think they're hilarious to watch them.
Yeah.
Stress believers we are, really.
Another funny moment was when he thought GT Sport was in his chat. Yeah, that was hilarious. You'll find that on his
Super GT.
Or sorry, Super GT. So yeah, he thought he was in commenting in the chat, so that was quite funny.
Well, I suppose that was certainly, it's always great. It's always nice when you get
It was a bit cruel as well.
A big star like that in the chat. We've had him once or twice. We've had him in on our streams, which has always been good fun. But now there are some funny questions here for you. Another one from Jerry NCF1. He says, Jessika, does Scottie dress himself?
Sorry, say that again.
He says, does Scottie dress himself?
Does Scottie dress himself?
Yeah.
He did tonight. I have nothing to do with this outfit. I'm not taking responsibility for it.
You told me I was beautiful.
You're always beautiful.
Stop it, dude. You're making me blush.
He would quite frequently ask me to pick him out an outfit, but he definitely dressed himself tonight. Cheers, Scotland, Jerry.
And just for everyone who's watching, there we are. Everyone who's watching, you'll be able to get a podcast of this in a few days' time, because all the videos that we do, we record the audio and we put them onto the podcast, and the Discord, the links have been put in already by Richie and by Andrew Marr into the chat there, so you can always look at it there. Also in the comment, in the description down below, you'll see the link for the Podbean podcast. So you'll be able to get this if you're driving along to work and you want a good laugh as well and reminisce over Scottie and Jessika as we do our GT Sports and our racing interview. So there you have it. So what do you think is going to happen in the future then, Jessika? How do you see your gaming developing?
We were just talking about maybe having another YouTube channel for the different games, the likes of Red Dead and maybe Grand Theft Auto, a wee bit of
yeah,
pool stuff like that. There, just
we hear a lot of other YouTubers who are racing on their streams. I mean, saying that it's not good for their streams to have a different game on it, so we're going to make up another channel just for all stuff that we play.
Yeah. That seems to be the way that a lot of people are going, aren't they? So you've got a bit of diversity, another channel, and then other games that you like that you can play and stream. It should be good. Now we've got Jack Balding in the chat, and he's saying hello.
Jack.
And
hello, JJ.
Sorry, JJ.
And now Jack has said to Rascal that if he dresses like that, then it will be easy to beat you, I presume. That so you're going to have to get ready for that one.
He looks like a big wasp. He's away to get changed.
Have we embarrassed him? That was the one.
Oh, Jack.
You see, you got your cowboy hat. Now you look like something at a Grand Theft Auto. You know, that.
He's going to pull his props out.
That's the way to do it. He's got his cigar, or his character. That's the way to do it. But there you go. So what kind of things, if you could add anything to GT Sport, what would it be? Like any kind of cars or anything that you would like to see? Because of course the new one's coming next year.
You can answer that one.
I don't think we need more cars. I think we need more groups for the cars. There's already loads of cars that aren't able to be used, and loads of us would love to be able to use them, but they're just not as fast as all the rest of them. They could do with making a couple of extra groups, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. No, that would be good. I'm just reading here in the comments that Rascal the Rabbit has says, no offense, but watching this reminds me of talking to Glez. I imagine that must be Glesgard, who
Oh,
that.
yes.
So it's but the hat, though I do like the hat. And Adama Banana has asked, would you reckon Scottie will blitz Saturday's FIA in the Red Bull X 2019? Because being on the pad, I might just be on par with him.
Do I think?
Yeah.
Is that for me or Stephen?
I think it's for you.
Well, I don't doubt Scottie. He's clever at what he does. I'm proud of him. So,
what are you like on the pad, Scottie? What are you like on the?
I've only tried on the pad on Gran Turismo on Jesse's TV, and I'm slower than Jesse. I'm really bad at it. I so I am, but it's not enjoyable enough on the pad for me. I mean, for me to keep playing it, whereas on the steering wheel, it's that enjoyable.
Yeah.
I keep going back for more, and then you just learn and get slightly faster. But I'll probably struggle in the Red Bull car on Saturday if I do have a go in it. I had a wee 10-minute, drive in it a few weeks ago, and it's really slidey. So it is. So it'll be a very hard one. I'll have a wee practice at it and then decide.
Yeah, it is difficult, isn't it? Because as you say, with the steering wheel, it's so much more precise and it's much smoother to drive the things. But when you're using the pad, especially for tyre wear, you just tend to steer. Although it's in some people are just as quick on the pad, but it's the tyre wear that seems to be the issue when you use the pad quite a lot. But if I was going to say, Jessica, if you could have any type of sim rig, because now all the technology is constantly increasing and we're looking more flash. But is there any particular type of sim rig that you would really like?
I don't really know of any good ones. I would probably just build my own, the same as the way Scottie did.
Yeah.
I would watch reviews on them and the unboxing of them and stuff. But as I say, Hugh, I'm not that into it that have thought about, that far ahead for me. I really am only learning.
Yeah. No, it's that's the thing, and it's good fun that you're giving it a shot. And we always like when we see Scottie streams and we see you in the background and we see you chatting together, and it always gets good banter, which is always great fun. And I think that's why we like it so much, because you bounce off each other so well that it's really good. Now we've got a question here from Andrew Marr saying that how good are you with a rolling pin, Jess? He says. How are you going to get out the way now?
Yeah. It depends on whether I'm cooking. It depends on whether I'm cooking or baking with it or using it as a weapon.
No, that's the thing. Now, Jerry NCF1 has said, what's your highlight in Belfast that we should all visit?
Yeah, Jack and Jim's. Right here.
Right here. I have to say, it looks an amazing studio that you've got there. That it must have taken a while to get that built.
Sorry?
It must have taken a while to get it like this. It looks great.
You're breaking up a bit.
Oh, sorry. Your studio looks really good. Did it take quite a while to get it as it is now?
Well, it's been done over the years, like about the space of 5 years, I would say. We're just adding bits to it and Stephen basically spends most of his time down here, and it's a quiet room to do his YouTube and whatever. Well, it's quiet when I'm not here. Sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's handy for whenever visitors come.
Yeah.
But the answer Jerry's question, it would probably be the Titanic quarters for him.
Aha.
The zoo.
Yeah.
And the likes of, he might want to go and see, what do you call that there over the Game of Thrones was made? The Dark Hedges. He might like
All
it.
right. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. There was a lot of the Game of Thrones shot here.
Yeah. That we've got one of my friends at Political Mind has said he loves the studio and he was thinking of a trip to Belfast. So he'll definitely go and visit the Titanic Museum because that's supposed to be very good. That and he'll have to give you a visit as well. I know that Jerry says he'll definitely be coming, so you might have to expect more visitors in the near future.
Yes, Jerry has been to win and won himself a fabulous prize.
You need to let Optical Mind know that he needs to play Spin to Win, so he needs to jump onto Scottie's channel to win a drink ticket or token. Sorry.
He could win anything, but there's steering wheels and Formula One race days and stuff.
But that's the one. Well, Jerry has said that will fill up a weekend, so it looks like he's about to buy his tickets and head on across.
Yeah. He's more than welcome.
Oh, that's fantastic. That I know it's a slightly different format this morning because we normally go into all the kind of sim racing details and things like that. But is there a message perhaps you would like to give out to your community that follow you along and to our guys here watching tonight as well? What would you like to say to them?
Me, I would like to say thanks, because if it wasn't for them, and Stephen wouldn't really have got to where he is. You need that company. I think the Gran Turismo community is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably why I'm in everybody's chat, just talking and having a laugh, a bit of banter. That's the only reason I'm there, really, just for a wee bit of a laugh with them. But yeah. They keep Scottie going.
Yeah.
So, and he loves it whenever, he loves it whenever they jump into the chapter, and it's like he's just sitting at home having a drink with his mates or whatever.
Yeah, no, it is
So,
lovely.
thank you for the. Sorry?
I was going to say, how about you, Scottie? Do you have a message for your community tonight?
Yeah, pretty much everything that Jazzy said. Just it's lovely to have anyone at all in the chat. I'm up and down with the YouTube sometimes myself as well. Sometimes I enjoy just playing the PlayStation and not having the pressure of YouTube. You know, if you're not feeling too good and stuff, it can be extremely hard to talk. Yeah. As you're streaming, but yeah, as soon as there's anyone in the chat and there's a bit of waffle going on, it helps you. Be able to start talking and communicating and stuff. So it's lovely. Thanks very much for anyone who watches me. Who'd have thought it?
You do a very good stream, and it's great having the both of you there because we as you say, we get the banter that comes through, which is always good. And Rascal the Rabbit has said he's coming over in 2 years' time to bother all of you. So it's so
we'll get the Barbie on.
Yeah, the barbecue will get lit.
And a Political Mind has said, do you need a full day for the Titanic Museum?
Yeah, I would say so, because by the time you can go down there and get your dinner and stuff, so yeah, I would say 5-6 hours.
Yeah. No, that sounds like something to see. Actually, that'll be really good. But no, that's fantastic. Well, look, I'll leave it there tonight. Stay on the line, but I'll finish up the show. But it's brilliant to be able to ask you the questions and to see who you are for real, and not just see your name in the chat as we.
I am a real person.
Now that's the thing. It's fantastic. Well, look, it's been great having you on the show, and for everyone watching tonight, there's a huge back catalogue of sim racing interviews that you can watch. And if you're new to the channel, you can always subscribe as well on the links down below. It'd be fantastic to have you in our community. But from Scottie and from Jessica, our wonderful guests here tonight on the Car Sim and Race Driver Show. You know our special motto. Can the two of you say it to finish the show?
Oh my God. Hold on, wait a minute. Hello. Welcome to the Who Happy Show.
I know.
Right at the crash.
Excellent. Take care, and I'll speak to you in a wee second. But to everyone watching,
Thank
you've
you,
been
Luke.
watching the Car Sim and Race Driver Show. Bye just now.